Hello everybody, it is Sunday today and I decided to wax my jacket. Not fully, it's just the front area near the pockets. Here, you probably can't see it, but in the last video you saw me looking after Moosey Moose, the gorgeous sprocker, but he is very jumpy. And unfortunately he kind of occasionally ruins things. So if you wear jumper, don't wear anything nice around him. And yeah, I was wearing this jacket when I was picking him up and he scratched it quite badly. It's not damaged, it's just that layer of wax is scratched and it looks quite bad, like visually. So I will re-wax just the bottom bit where I can see the scratches, and hopefully this will help to discard his manic behaviour. But yeah, this week has been quick. Like at work, I'm so busy. I just don't have minutes to breathe. So I didn't have much time to speak to you or do anything. So what I did on Saturday, I just kind of relaxed in the garden and did a few bits that are needed for wintering, you know, putting pelargoniums away, etc. But I wanted to talk to you about something that one of my friends kind of pointed out. She basically said that I seem different. I seem to be braver. I seem to be very independent, and she asked me if I feel like it or is it just her perception of me. And I started reflecting on the last year a little bit more and kind of did recognize a few changes in my behavior. I definitely am more independent. I'm definitely more direct in what I want and what I don't want and what I like and don't like. That can kind of sometimes manifest as like a short fuse, and I've always been soft-spoken, and I feel like a lot of my family noticed that I'm not their girl. I'm not their little kind of pushover anymore. And I feel like I'm very stern with them in a sense of, if it doesn't serve me, like that relationship, if it doesn't serve me or that kind of situation doesn't serve me, I don't want to have any part of it. Well, I don't want to have any part in it. So I might talk about this in another video. There's no like row, there's no bad blood, but it's almost like indifference, you know, like you do not seek my company, there's no effort on your side, therefore there's no effort on my side. I am not, you know, pushing my way in, I'm not forcing it anymore like I used to. So basically, if you don't care, I don't care back. I definitely feel braver in a kind of social setting. I'm more like sure of myself, which is shocking because I've always heard that when something like this kind of happens to you, you can become kind of smaller, your world becomes smaller and you can shrink into yourself. But opposite happened to me. Another thing that I've noticed, which is probably a bad thing in a grand scheme of things, is that I am not afraid. I'm not afraid of anything. I always said when I was younger that my biggest fear is losing someone that I love. And it already happened. So it almost makes you fearless, like you've survived, you feel like you've survived it once. So, you know, come at me. I'm here, and I can take it. And it's really, I feel like it's really bad. And I've also noticed like little things, you know, like I've always been a bit afraid of spiders. Not necessarily I wouldn't say that the kind of fear of losing someone and fear of spiders were on the same level. It's more of a, like being like they're creepy crawlies and you don't want to touch them, you don't want to be near them. I always called my husband to deal with them. He was a very gentle soul, so he always took them outside. He never killed them. Now, I literally don't care. Just yesterday when I was in the garden, I literally took a spider into my hand and I squished it. And it made that popping sound. And I was just feeling nothing. No fear, no, like scared moment, kind of flinchy moment of like, oh, and then doing it, nothing. And that goes for any spider now. I just don't care. And I don't know what that is. If it's like trauma kind of blocks a lot in your brain and then kind of creates like a new blocks and puts fears to rest because they are like, this is nothing, you can take it, you can take anything. I have no idea. And lastly, which is a bit scary, but it's not happening that often anymore. It used to happen a lot in the beginning of the year after my husband passed away. Now it's happening less and less, which is a good thing. But I feel like I'm very forgetful and sometimes it leads to memory loss. I just had blackouts. I call them blackouts, but it's that feeling of you have no idea how you got there. Your brain knowing that this is unimportant information, so it just kind of doesn't store it in your brain. And obviously my brain has been overwhelmed recently with a load of more important things, work and massive life change, huge loss. So I understand that my brain is kind of realizing, oh, I don't have the capacity to do this. I'll just deem it unimportant, and you will feel like it's a blackout. And it's very eerie feeling when you're not in control because you don't even remember that it happened. But they happen less and less now, luckily. But yeah, it is a concern, just a little bit. But yeah, these kind of little changes in personality, in in your behavior, in your kind of brain structure, I assume that's all probably a result of trauma. But yeah, I would love to hear other people's stories, like what changed you, so we can actually normalize it.